This guy, your friend,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Johnny, right?
Uh-huh.
He said you are bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
He said, girl, don't pay her no attention. She bipolar.
Okay, he better tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.
I said,
But I
she.
tell everybody, don't pay me no mind. I be in my feeling, I be in my stuff. And I know people think I'm an angry black woman, but I ain't. But some people do be trying shit like that man and that dog. Hey, Lisa. Look, I'm just running my mouth over here. Y'all hear me talking? Okay. Whew. I had to tell y'all, I had to roll up on somebody today. Okay. Don't be having no pets out there and be letting your pet go to the bathroom in everybody else's yard. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I did the 1, 2, pull right up next to him and roll my window down politely and said, please don't let your dog SHIT in my yard. Okay. Hey Sabrina, how are you? Um, okay, so yes, I already done started off Monday night on the ratchet side, but oh well. Okay. Sometimes we have to draw the line and let people know what they can and cannot do. Okay, so that's just where we at. Okay, so let me breathe, bring it down. Woo saw. Happy Monday again to everybody who is here. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's early. Got a couple, a couple minutes before people come in. Hey, Dwight, I'll be looking for you every week. So I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. What we're gonna talk about. We talking about Department of Education because I swear on everything they cannot make up their mind what they're gonna do with these loans. We're gonna talk about the SBA tonight. I know a lot of y'all don't got those emails talking about come on and get this extra money. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. And then we're gonna talk about some free stuff because everybody likes free or very, very highly discounted. I know that I do. And what else? What else? What else? We got a couple things, and of course I'm gonna take y'all of course I'm gonna take your questions. Ooh, who need help with the VA claims? Okay, Miss Boss, if you need help with the VA claims, you should not be a veteran watching me and not have contacted me at least to see if what is wrong with you, you could get some disability for, which you can almost get disability for anything. Okay, no lie. So much so when I say anything, I mean anything. I know somebody who gets paid from the VA for an STD. You heard what I said. Not trying to tell y'all to go back and dig in y'all medical records, but if you happen to have been in the service and while you were in service, you caught a little bit of the from your sneaky link or whoever that is, then they absolutely will pay you for that. Okay. Because that is something that happened to you while in service. So they do give you money for things like that. But we could talk a little bit more about that. Hey Val. So yes, if you got your if you want to help with the VA stuff, definitely let me know. All right. Y'all know I'd be so nervous every Monday because I do not think I always have stuff to talk about, but I do. So first, let me start off by saying April is Autism Month. So I am wearing my Choose Kindness shirt for the families and for the individuals who have autism. Okay, so y'all know autism was something that a lot of us did not know about. We just thought they were hyper, or as we used to say in our family, they're a little slow, but we can't say those things anymore. Okay, so we are now saying they're autistic. And since we have changed it up, um, I'm gonna support. All right. So Shannon, if you're watching, I got on this shirt. All right. Thank you for giving it to me. All right, let's see. So, a couple of y'all asking about disability. Let me just look at this really quick. So, Pretty K said, even after you're out and on disability now, yes, ma'am, you can get it. It does not matter. It happened to you while in service. Okay, someone says, do you know anything about the $500 they will be giving in Chicago? Is that for gas? Okay, so real quick, so y'all may start to see these states are going to start giving out cash. Okay, now I know most of y'all don't care what it's for as long as y'all get it. All right, but what you guys are going to notice is the money that they're going to be giving out is not going to be while you are broke. It is more than likely gonna be when the economy has turned around, gas prices have gone down, they're gonna give it to you. And I believe they're gonna give it to you. One is because of course they want to help you guys out and put some money in your pocket, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's of my opinion, they're doing it so that you guys can make it to the polls so that you can vote. Okay. This is not a presidential election, but this is going to have everything to do with your governors. So I would not be surprised if that is why they are giving out this money. So I am actually, let me write that down so I can go make a video of all the states giving out money. So thank you for that, Stephanie. Okay, I'm gonna try to tag you. Let me write that down. Stephanie Soto 6. Okay. All right. So again, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys being here with me on Mondays. I'm sure you did not have anything else to do, so you just wanted to be here with your girl, and I appreciate that. So let me start off with a little toot toot of my horn. If you guys have not seen my video that is on TikTok, so a lot of you guys have been asking me about these CPNs, okay? CPNs, credit privacy number, credit profile number, whatever you want to use for the acronym. That is the fake ass social security number that everybody and their mama are using, okay? No, I'm not down with it, but I did do a video explaining, giving y'all some reasons why people use it, how they do it, blah, blah, blah. And my video is number 7 and number 8, because I made 2, number 7 and number 8 on YouTube. So if you are interested in learning about CPNs, you could just type CPN on YouTube, and number 7 and number 8 will both be me. Now, since y'all been giving me so much feedback about it, I am going to make another video, okay? Because, and I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet, and then I'll get to what we talked about. So the reason I'm making this next video on CPNs is because you're going to see that it's going to be, fraud is going to be ever present, all right? And the reason that it's going to be ever present, and the reason why people are going to continue to make these CPNs and make fake identities, is because of the Social Security Administration. And y'all probably saying, well, why the Social Security, what do they have to do with it? Well, I'm going to tell you. Social Security has changed how the numbers of the Social Security, your Social Security number is issued, really. It used to have a method to it, and I'll explain that in the video, but it doesn't have a method that much anymore. The method now is random, okay? It is a random 4 digits of your last 4 of your social, okay? And then the other 5 digits doesn't really matter. So if the Social Security Administration is doing that, where they're only going to put out 4 numbers that matter and the other 5 don't matter, well, who in the hell can't make up a Social Security number? Lots of people do it. That is how they make it up, and that is how they're being successful. You couple that with people not having to necessarily go into banks. A lot of these banks we can sign up for online. Of course, if you're going to get credit cards, they don't check for the same things that banks and apartments do. So being that every person that you go to, when you use this number, they're going to ask for different information. That is why so many people are being successful. So all I will say to you guys, the best way to make sure that this is not happening to you or to your children, believe it or not, when I say this, there's nothing that you can do. Did y'all hear me say that? Nothing you can do, okay? If you even have your credit card, or not credit card, your social locked up with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, where an individual can't go and get credit, they may not be able to get credit. But who's to say that they can't go and get an apartment? Who's to say that they can't call and check a bank account? If you guys don't follow me, y'all see, I even did a video where I showed you, if you live in Florida, in 2 other states, I think it's Wisconsin and another state, as long as I know a little bit of information about you, I have your driver's license number, period. Real easy. It's not that hard to do. So fraud is going to be rampant. It's not ever going to go anywhere. So honestly, there is nothing that you can do. But here is the only thing that I would say that you could do that will help your situation out is, if you're an adult and you're of age where you can get credit, you need to monitor your credit. Damn all that blocking of your social and thinking everything is good to go, because I can show you ways that people, their ways, okay? So the smartest thing to do would be to check your credit. And if you start seeing things on there that you didn't do, or inquiries that you didn't actually apply for credit, those are signs that somebody may have your information. How many of y'all are getting checks for the data leaks? Okay, Equifax gave away everybody information. If you're a veteran, the VA, they gave away all your information. Who else just got Cash App just got hit up? I'm sure they gave away a lot of our information. And if you have Cash App, I'm sure you got an email telling you that Cash App just 2 weeks ago had a data breach. So there is almost nothing that you can do to protect your information, because the individuals that you go to that's supposed to be storing your information, they losing it too. Okay, so if you're an adult, you need to check your credit. That's one. If you're an adult and you don't file your taxes, because a lot of people don't, some people say I get Social Security, then what you can do is go once a year and log into Social Security Administration and look to see what your income is. If you made 100,000 and you know you didn't work, somebody using your social. Okay. Now, also, and I'm gonna get to y'all questions in a second. You got kids, y'all have children, and y'all know kids do not have to use their Social Security number until they start their first job. Although the Social Security makes you get your social at birth now, that is why individuals are stealing your children's information, and your children don't find out that their credit messed up until they're older. It used to be we would turn 18 and find out our mamas or grandparents done used it, our social for cable, for the light bill. But now these kids get cars. They done went to college. They got job. I mean, these people are taking the fraud just a bit too far, so much so that they are taking on these individuals' lives. Okay, so I know you might think that that's not me, it can't happen to me, but let us have another COVID outbreak like we did this time, and people are able to get unemployment. How many of you know somebody that knows somebody who found out that they got an unemployment, but this person still had a job? Now, I know at least 5 people that inbox me and say, hey, my 15-year-old found out she was getting unemployment and she don't even work. Okay, so them little 9 digits, be mindful, protect them. But I also will tell you that the way that the Social Security Administration is doing these Social Security numbers, we're going to run out of 9-digit numbers. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm just telling you that they only have enough combination for 1 billion. Okay, right now there's 412 million numbers out, but people are making up stuff. So it ain't really going to be that hard to come up with more. All right. So I'm gonna see if y'all got any questions really quick. Thank you, Dwight. Dwight says I look nice, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. C-No says happy Autism Month. My son he's 32. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Okay, let's give it up for the people with autism. They need to have something to celebrate too, other than being super smart. Okay. So yes, I am representing for the autism group. All right, let me see what else we got. They are doing a raffle for $500 per household a month for a year. Okay, so if y'all see any programs where they're wanting you to voluntarily sign up to get money every month, that is that guaranteed income program that I was telling you guys about. They started this in California about 2 or 3 years ago, and they found that it was doing very well in states. Of course, who wouldn't it do well for? If I get to sit home, or I get to work my regular job, and you giving me an extra $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 a month, of course you're gonna have good results. So they are doing this in a lot of states. Florida every state has done it. You will find that states are doing it, and then there are some cities like Atlanta is doing it. Georgia, the state of Georgia is going to do it, but Atlanta is doing it, just like in California. They got a couple different ones. Matter of fact, California has one that they're asking people to sign up for now. So if you're interested to see if they have a guaranteed income program in your state, that's all you got to type is guaranteed income and then your state, or guaranteed income and then your city or your town, to see if they're doing it. Okay. And this is going to be a lot of the larger states or larger cities. Why? Because they have this. Okay. Now you tell somebody in Montana, some small place in Montana, they probably don't have that. Okay. Plus it's probably not that expensive to live there. But you tell somebody in California, and all of the places in California, it's different. Okay. So yes, guaranteed income is a real program. And hey, y'all, and again, so if y'all haven't followed me, please follow. Y'all know I try to, especially if you're on TikTok and if you're on YouTube and you have not watched me before, please follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Okay. Again, since I found out my CPN videos have done so good, I guess everybody want to hear about this fraud. So I guess I'm going to continue what I'm doing and continue making the video. So you will see it soon, my third part. All right, so let's get to it. Let me tell y'all what's going on with student loans. Again, you remember I told you guys that Department of Education doesn't seem like they know what they want to do. Every week they are writing off more and more loans. They're discharging more and more loans. So here is what they're doing now, okay? I swear I'm telling y'all every week. They found out that Navient with a raggedy ASS was putting you guys on forbearance longer than they should have because Navient wanted to collect the interest and let your loans increase. And that's not really what the Department of Education wanted them to do. So if you guys don't know what a forbearance is, basically if you're struggling, you can't pay your bills, you know your student loan bills, you would call and say, hey, put me on a forbearance. Basically that's like a hardship. You can do it for up to 12 months, and you can also do it up to 36 months, which is 3 years. So some people will call and say, hey, I hit a bad spot, and you may have only needed a couple months. Well, the school gave you an automatic 12 months, or they gave you an automatic 3 years. Department of Education says that is not how the program was supposed to be ran. And so now, if you are an individual that has gotten a forbearance for 12 months or 36 months, they are now going to credit those 12 months or 36 months to whatever payment plan or discharge plan you're on. So if you're on a public service loan forgiveness, that would have been 3 years that you couldn't count, or 1 year that you couldn't count. But now they're going to count it. If you are on a you refinance, you lowered your loan payments, you're now on an income-based plan, any type of new plan that you got on, you refinanced them. That's like, let's say that if that's what happened to you, then your loans also will be credited back for that time that you were in forbearance. So they feel 40,000 people will automatically have their student loans wiped off just by crediting those year or 3 years back to individuals. That's one part of it. The second part of it is that Department of Education is now going to talk to the Social Security Administration. Can y'all believe that? All these federal government departments, and none of them don't talk to each other. But now they're going to talk to each other, the computers, and every month for, I want to say probably the rest of this year, they're assuming that about 40,000 people each month will have their loans discharged because Social Security Administration will send over the information that this person is disabled. Okay, now remember, I've been telling y'all, we did not have to wait on these computers to talk. We don't have to wait on any of those things. If you don't want to wait, pick up the phone. If you want to wait, then wait till you get something in the mail. But basically, that is the new thing they're going to try to do to get some of these loans taken care of. I don't know how much that's going to help everybody, but we hope that they do. And yes, for those of you who are asking, yes, they do have guaranteed income. It's in every major city, I can tell you that. And it is in almost every 50 state, all right? So all the mayors signed up. So if y'all look back, I did a video, a couple months ago talking about that. So yes, guaranteed income is there. And back to the student loan, basically, if you are on Social Security, you won't have to worry about doing anything. Your loans will be wiped off. I tell you guys not to wait, but you can if you choose. And also, if you had a forbearance, please take a look. And if you don't remember if you had a forbearance, it's real easy. You should be able to look on your credit reports on your student loans and look at how they're reporting, especially if you go to Credit Karma. If it has a dot and it has an NR, that usually means there's nothing to report. That is usually the time that you could say that you were probably in forbearance. You weren't making any payments. You weren't doing anything. Your account is in like a standstill. So you may be able to tell from looking at your credit reports that way. If not, call your new loan servicer. They should have that same information for you so that you will know if this applies to you. Okay? All right. So let me see what else I got. Okay, so those who are in Florida, two things. And actually, this actually might be for everyone. First thing, if you're in Florida and you did not get your 1099 for unemployment, They just put on their Twitter that they will be remailing you a copy. In other words, they're probably going to be mailing it to y'all for the first time because so many of y'all did not get it. If your address is not correct, because I know a lot of you have did your extensions on your taxes because you didn't want to file until you had it, or a lot of y'all got to go back and amend. Please know that there is no $10,200 exemption like it was last year. A lot of people were very hurt to find out that they had to pay taxes on all that money, and you do. So if you did not select to pay your 10%, when you go back and do your taxes, if it's not in there, you will owe money back to the IRS if you already got your refund. So just be prepared. Okay, so that only pertains to Florida, but here is what pertains probably to everybody. So you guys know in Florida, we have the Our Florida where you can go back and you can get your rental assistance. Well, here is something that is new that they didn't talk about. Normally when the government gives out grants, we all know that to be kind of free money, right? It's free. Nobody got to worry about reporting it or telling it or nothing. But that's not true if you are a landlord. So if you are a landlord and you rented your house to someone and you got those government payments, especially if you got payments from Our Florida, you will have to report that on your taxes. Now, ain't that a blip? I think it's messed up because it is April 20 something and tax season is over. Okay, so that means to some of you landlords, if you haven't received it yet, you may be receiving something, a 1099 from DEO, which would be the Office of Unemployment that handles, all of that, sending this to you so that you can add it to your taxes. Now you can amend your taxes to add it, or you can wait until next year. But if you wait until next year, you're still going to have to amend it and you're still going to have more penalties. So if you get this form, please go amend your taxes. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of people don't want to, but y'all not thinking about the penalty that's going to come with it. Yeah, you're going to have to pay the money that you didn't pay because you got that extra money, but you also going to have to pay those extra fees. And those couple extra $100, they add up, especially if you're doing it, if you're not going to file until next year. That's a lot of penalty. That's a whole year's late. All right. So we don't want to have to do that if we don't need to, but that could happen. So please, and I'm talking to a lot of my Facebookers because I know a lot of you did use Our Florida, not once, but twice. Okay. So please let your landlord know that they should be expecting to receive something from DEO telling them that they have to claim that income. They probably not going to like that, but in their mind, in the mind of the government, it is if you get rent from a tenant, you should be reporting that rent anyway when you file your taxes. So they're thinking it's not that big of a deal. But your landlord ain't thinking that because they didn't receive that paperwork. So they're thinking they probably got over, but that's not the case. All right. So please make sure you let them know to be expecting. And somebody did send it to me. I ain't gonna say who, Lisa. But they definitely should be expecting to get some more. I know people ain't gonna be too happy about that. Oh, they probably not gonna be happy about that. Because I know I wouldn't be happy, especially if I thought, oh, I'm finna get over, got a couple extra dollars, and no, it's not happening. Okay. All right, let me see what y'all put before I move on to this IRS stuff. Okay, you say, but what if it's not with Navient? It doesn't even matter if it's not with Navient. Department of Education use Navient because Navient is the one that got that lawsuit. But if you got a forbearance, for 12 or 36 months, you can always call them if you want to. It did not say specifically that they had to be Navient. It just said that forbearance was not used correctly. And those who got the 12 months or 36 months will get that time credited. Okay. Now, y'all remember last week, I told y'all that they're going to wipe off items off of your student loans if you hold on. Y'all know I got to keep my notes because I'm telling you, they got so much stuff that they keep doing with these student loans. They're going to wipe them off starting in July. In July, they're going to wipe some stuff off. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with all of this student loan mess. I personally feel like they just need to wipe them all off and start all over again because, baby, I don't see how they're going to be able to keep up with all these moving parts. Okay. Let me see. What about the ramp assistance? Ramp assistance, run that by me because ramp could mean a lot of things. Ramp, we use that with VA. So tell me what ramp is out the way, Dino. Okay, while you're doing that, let me let y'all know. Starting in May, your overdrafts are going to be coming down. I don't know if y'all have already seen that with your bank, but it should. They said originally it was going to be July, but it looks like banks are going to back this up and they're going to start it in May. So if you're a person that overdrafts, sometimes you don't balance that book. Okay, no more $35. Okay, it is now 10. I'm not telling y'all to go overdraft more, but at least you'll get more bang for your buck. All right. But the overdrafts will be going down next month. Okay. I'm running through some other stuff before I get to IRS. Also, Netflix, y'all sharing the passwords. Netflix is like, we're not doing that. But I'm gonna tell you, if you get caught up with Netflix sharing the passwords, listen to me. It is cheaper to keep them. Okay. Do not tell your friends to go get a new account. Just pay the extra $2. They only making you pay like an extra $2.50. Okay. So that's for right now. So, but if that's what they're going to do, that's still cheaper than the 14, 19, 20 some odd dollar plans they be having. Because when I started with Netflix, it was really cheap years ago, but it has gone up. That's the only reason why I won't cancel. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I don't know how many of y'all feel like y'all won't cancel because Netflix is holding you hostage because you're afraid if you leave and come back, it's going to be more. But if you do get that notice, because they're not going to send it to the person you're sharing with, they're going to send it to you. And when they send it to you, you can let them know that you want to keep it and just pay the $2 extra for each person that you have. I think it's much cheaper that way. Okay. All right, rental assistance in Mississippi. Oh, so rental assistance is gonna be the same. It's the same everywhere. There is tons of rental assistance out there for everybody. But I just need y'all to let y'all landlords know, because your landlords may change their mind and not want to take any money in the future, because now they see that they gotta add it. It shouldn't be much difference than what they were counting before. But let's just be honest. There's some people, private renters at least, they're not reporting that rental money, and now they have to. Why? Because if you look at the letter that speaks about this 1099, it specifically says we want to make sure that we got this information correct so that we can send it to the IRS. So your landlord will not be able to avoid adding this. Now, if you in apartment complex or one of those places, they're used to having that type of income. But you're doing private, or you got a private landlord, somebody that's just doing you a favor, something small, they may not be too happy about that. So please let them get in the heads up. All right. Okay, let's move to SBA, because for some reason the SBA must have just sent everybody and their mama the same email today. Now, some of y'all had sent this to me a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to make sure that it was legitimate before I talked about it, and it's legitimate. But here's what the SBA is sending. They are sending you emails letting you know that their money is running out this month. If you want to increase, to go into your disaster portal and put in for an increase. Well, what a lot of you are going to find out is go to your disaster portal. Y'all can do it now, or you can do it when I get off this live. There is no way to request any more money. So I don't know if they're trying to trick y'all or what, but in my opinion, I think the first paragraph is just to get you excited. It's the second piece of that email they want y'all to pay attention to. Because in the next couple of months, these payments that you guys got for the EIDL will become due. So they are trying to get your attention so that you can go and look at when your due date is, so that you can make those payments on time. Remember, it is 30 months from the date you got your first deposit. Not when it hit your hands, when it hit your bank account. Okay. A day makes a difference. Remember, the government is coming after everybody for every little piece of late fee, interest fee, penalty fee, any fee they can fee you with, they're gonna fee you with it. Okay. So I'm just letting you know, make sure you know exactly when the date is due. So they could be telling y'all to go into your disaster portal so that you can get your dates. Now, I haven't seen anybody that went into that disaster portal and it was open for them to do an increase. Why? Because so many people already requested an increase in the past and either were approved or denied, that now the option isn't there anymore. Now, I'm not telling you not to apply for the increase. What I'm telling you to do is go and look and see if you can apply for the increase through the disaster portal. If you cannot, keep checking. If it doesn't show up at all, then it is just like I thought. They were doing this to do a little bait and switch, okay? Getting you to pay attention to when your due date is due, because they want the money. It clearly says on the second paragraph that the due date is will be coming up in a few months for people to start making those payments. So individuals who got those payments in 2020, y'all need to be already putting this on your calendar so that you can go to pay.gov, and you need to know your account number. And how many of you don't even know your account number so that you can go in and pay it? If you don't know, that's the kind of information y'all need to have down, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, one mishap not paying the government and they wiping off your student loans, but then you can have another thing on your credit from not paying the SBA. So please make sure that you handle that you take care of that. Write that down. Mind you, if you default on SBA, it will show on your business credit. Some of y'all don't have business credit, and some of y'all applied with your social. So where y'all think it's gonna go? I don't have to tell you. You already know. It's gonna hit your credit. So I would just tell y'all, be mindful so that we make sure that this doesn't happen. Okay, they know what they're doing. They are not they didn't send that email by mistake. Okay, they did that to get y'all to know that it's time to get ready to pay up. But again, log into the portal, see if you can request an increase. If you cannot, at least write down your loan number. Then you need to go and if you can go back through your emails, or if you can go, matter of fact, you can go through that disaster portal and open up your where you signed for the loan. That's the actual loan contract. The dates are there. Okay, that should help you. Then go to pay.gov and create an account. And you don't have to make the payment, y'all, but just have it already stored in there so that you can just click and make your payment. All right. Yes, you can still make payments now if you want. A lot of people are not. Y'all know we take advantage of forbearances around here. We don't pay if we don't have to. But just know interest is still accruing, and they do want their money on time. Okay. All right. Let me see what Liz says. Liz says, I consolidated my loans. Will I still get the credit for being on forbearance for over several years in the past? According to the Department of Education, yes, it did not say that it mattered if your loans were consolidated or not. As a matter of fact, it's the consolidated individuals, their loans are the ones that are being messed up. So get this. They say that in the past 20 years that they've been doing this new consolidation, you know how many people got their loans wiped off under it? 42 in 20 years. That's ridiculous. Okay, no, that's a damn shame. It's past ridiculous. Okay, so I don't even know why they even put that out, because that just makes them look worse. So my point is, I'm telling y'all this stuff. This is stuff y'all should be writing down. Okay, or at least have this on you know, where y'all can go back and play it over so that y'all can call these people and say, hey, are my loans included in this? Are my loans included in this new forbearance thing, this 12 or 36 months? Liz, those are the kind of not Liz. Yes, Liz, those are the kind of questions I will be asking them, because they need to let me know, because I don't like to find out last minute. Hey, Catalina. And yes, on Keisha Mack, they definitely were sending out the emails like crazy. All right, let's see. Christopher says, what is this new bill Florida governor signed today about voting? I don't even want to talk about this man, honestly, okay? He passing so many bills, and y'all see he done passed it at the end of the day, which means I'll have to make a video to talk about it to be able to give y'all more information, okay? Florida is starting to look like a crazy place. So Christopher Troutman, I will get you some information on that, about this voting thing of whatever he got going on, and let you guys know. Okay. Let me see what else I got. If you live in New York City, or you want to live in New York City, or you thinking you could live there and you want to become an RN, and thank you for who sent this to me too. New York City is paying for RNs for free. Free. Did y'all hear that? I said free. You don't pay nothing. Okay. If you are a New York State resident, if you're out of state and you're willing to move, they have scholarships where they will pay for you to have in-state tuition to go to school for free. Why? Because not just New York State, Florida too. And y'all might not know this, but we are going to need first responders, or shall I say individuals, nurses, we're going to have a super, super, super nurse shortage. So for those of you who are doing this job, kudos, y'all better make this money now while you got the opportunity, because I'd say in about another 5 to 6 years, you're probably going to be doing the job of 4 people and you're just going to be one person. So go ahead now and get this money now while they're allowing you to do travel nursing and take up the slack for a lot of other people. Florida is expecting to be 60,000 nurses short by 2025, 2026. So that's not that far. Okay. Now we will have to see if they're going to allow individuals to go to school for free. I don't know if Florida's going to do that. They have a lot of other things they want. So I will put the I'll post this for New York if anybody's interested in doing it. I think it's pretty neat. And the crazy part about it is, let me tell y'all, this came out December 2021. I didn't hear nobody talk about it. Did y'all? This is the kind of stuff why I do what I do, because look at all this stuff is out and they're not even telling y'all about it. So I will post that, and I'm gonna do a video for TikTok too. So if anybody wants to do it, they can. Okay. And let me see. So I'm leaving the biggest one for last, and the biggest one is what's happening with this mortgage industry. So I know a lot of y'all been asking me about it. Hold on, I'm looking at my notes really quick. Okay, yeah. All right, so Wells Fargo over the weekend, I'm sure this is probably something y'all did not hear about, but they just laid off 550 mortgage loan originators. Y'all probably going, why is that a big deal? That's a big deal because that means nobody is buying homes right now. And the market has slowed up so much so that now they're laying off people. So, y'all know how this economy works in a cycle. Okay, it's very cyclic. We go up, we go down. The market was just good. Okay, everybody went and refinanced. They bought their houses. Everybody's houses are skyrocketing, how much they're worth. But you know what's happening right now is these large corporations are buying up all the rental properties in your areas, and they're turning around and they're renting them back to you with a higher rental amount. They're not taking Section 8. They are not allowing felons. They are not allowing people with past evictions, and they rather leave the house unrented than rent it because it's a write-off. So if they don't put you in, they don't care. How many of you have seen, and this is happening a lot in Atlanta area, people are getting notices on their doors saying, hey, when your lease is up, we're not reinstating your lease because we are no longer going to take the Section 8 money. Now, didn't I just tell y'all that's the same thing with our Florida? These landlords may say, we don't want this money. And you know why they don't want it? Because government money comes with too many stipulations and strings. And these people do not want to be tied to that. Plus, let's not lie. People with Section 8, it's a connotation that comes along with Section 8. You can be the cleanest, nicest, have the best kids in the world. But all it takes is one person that messes up that whole thing, and now nobody wants to rent to Section 8. And that's exactly what is happening, which is why Wells Fargo is like, well, shoot, they buying up all the properties. Ain't nobody buying, everybody's renting. This is not a good time to buy. If you're not ready, that's great. You don't need to be ready right now. I mean, you can go and get prepared to be ready, but this is not a time to buy. I'd like you guys to look at buying when the market crashes. So for those who rushed out to get a house because they wanted to get a house because somebody else got one, when they find out that $600,000 house they got is now worth half of that, they're going to be upside down on their mortgage. They're going to be crying, trying to get out of a house. So those of you who are investors, who got some money put up, or you're ready to get into a house, that would be the time to do it because you could easily get it for much cheaper than you would have today. Okay. That's the great part. The bad side is what's going to happen to all those people that can't find a place to stay. Okay. That's the biggest question. What is going to happen to those people? Well, I'm going to give y'all an idea what's going to happen to those people. The government is going to keep coming up with affordable housing. They're going to call them affordable housing communities, affordable housing apartments, whatever you want to call it. It's called the projects to me. Okay. They are going to build those same type of high rise projects that we see in New York City and New Jersey and all of those places up north. They're just moving it this way. They're not going to be as high. They're not going to be 20 and 30 stories. They may be 6, 7 stories. They might be 5 stories, but it doesn't matter. The sad part is it's going to mix and mingle our grandmothers, some of our parents, with working class. It's going to be mix and mingle. It's going to be people living next door to people that would never ever live next to each other at all, but they have no other choice because this is the only place they can find to live. I don't like to say this type of stuff to scare people, but I cannot seem to drive home the point enough of why people need to invest this time in getting some of your money right. And I didn't even say all your money, just some of it, and getting your credit together so that when it's time to make that jump, you can. Okay. Because if not, it's going to be a lot of people that might just be homeless. Okay. And speaking of homeless, I just saw today, speaking of laws, Tennessee just made it illegal to be homeless. So if you are homeless in Tennessee, you go to jail. What sense does that make? They just invested $500 million into this initiative to clean up the streets. That's $500 million they can put into a housing community to put people away, but they're not going to do that. What they rather do is put this money into arresting more people and putting them in jail. So I can't say that that's happening here yet in Florida, but who's to say that it won't? Who's to say that it won't? This is the kind of stuff I want y'all to be paying attention to, y'all. Let's see. All right, somebody said, what about phlebotomy? Phlebotomy is I mean, you get an RN can do all of that. So phlebotomy, CNA, home health aide, I do believe that all of these med techs, I believe that they will have a need for you all. But your pay ain't never going to be better because an RN will always, or LPN, they'll always make more money. So in essence, if you want to make more to survive, to live, you're going to need to go and get a higher level of education because phlebotomy may not be it. Sis, bruh, whoever, this just may not be enough money. You know, and I'm not even trying to rain on nobody's parade, but I told y'all it's expensive to buy anything. Why? Because the wages went up. And guess what? They want the wages to go up more to 20 something dollars an hour. Huh? Can y'all imagine what rent gonna be? Okay, so it's crazy. Thank you, Letitia. I'm right. RN can do it all, so they don't have to have a phlebotomist. They don't have to have a CNA. I mean, they probably will because RN's not gonna want to do all that heavy lifting. But RN's gonna always be the one making the money, while CNAs and home health aides, med techs, and all of them get chump change because you do not want to continue to go and further your education. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a major shortage in the world. Craig, okay, in the world, it's going to be a shortage everywhere, not just Florida. So if you like nursing, you can stand the sight of blood. I do not, I cannot. But if you can do those things, go find somebody class or somebody school to get in and go as far as you can. Don't even worry about the loans. Hell, it looks like they're gonna find a way to wipe them off some way anyway. I bet you they're gonna come out with a first responders loan. They already got the public servants loan forgiveness. A lot of people don't even take advantage of that. First responders can do that. RNs can do that. So there's a lot of things out there that y'all just not taking advantage of. I just don't want to see people, I just don't want to see people that watch me standing on the side of the road yelling, telling me, I'm going to see you on Monday. I don't want to see that. I want to ride through your neighborhood and you stand out your house and say that. Okay. That's what I'm afraid of, is that people are going to be homeless. Okay. And I almost feel like that's where we're about to go. I really, really do. All right, let me see what questions y'all got. Y'all being quiet over here on Facebook and YouTube. Y'all ain't talking about it. And hey, Lisbeth, it says, when do you think the market will crash? I personally think it probably will crash. So what I'm reading is somewhere within the next 2 years. I personally think this year. I personally think it might be this year sometime. It may not crash all the way, but I can tell you one thing, the houses, if you're in a home right now, keep paying attention. Your house value going to slowly start going this way. Okay. That doesn't mean that it's bad. That just means you sit and you wait. Okay. That don't mean you rush out and go sell and get rid of it because you think you're going to lose and never get any money back. You just sit where you're at, because people who own homes are in probably some of the best situations as it stands right now. Renters, not so much. Okay. Especially if you're a Section 8 renter. Okay. And that's the thing that is concerning me, because this can start separating families. Y'all gonna start moving in different places where you didn't want to move because you need to be able to find you a place to live. I had someone, not to tell her business, but I'm not saying the name, but she came to me to help her remove an eviction from her credit, and she only had 2 weeks to move out, and they were not working any kind of, they didn't want to take any money from our Florida. They didn't want nothing. You got 2 weeks. Now she did wait a little late to come to me to have time to take it off. But my advice to her and other people like her, if I'm talking to anybody, if you have an eviction on your credit that is preventing you from moving, your best option at this point might be to pay it. Not the full amount. You can always settle to do less and just let them send you a 1099 and add that to your income next year. But that might be the best way to go ahead on and get it removed. Okay. Now, remember, if you have an eviction, they need to not only take that eviction off of your credit, they need to call down to the courthouse and have it removed there also. That's the number one thing that people ask me, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes evictions can come off your credit report. It really does. It all depends on who has it. But the courthouse, we can't do nothing about that. Okay. So if they do get it to remove, you need to make sure that they get it removed from the courthouse. All they have to do is go back and state that you satisfied the debt, and the courts will update that so that it is not showing an active eviction. All right, let me see what else y'all got. Somebody says because jail is absolutely, jail is a business, and if people didn't know that, they are, yes, private jails are a business. And y'all got to think about it. If they start putting people in jail like this, homeless people, who gonna take care of them? And y'all already talking about orange juice costs too much and this costs too much. The taxes, who gonna pay for it? Taxpayers. If you work, y'all paying for it. Okay, so if you work, you are paying for it. And everybody can't go get on Social Security disability because that ain't gonna work. So basically what it's coming down to is people gonna have to get a job. They're gonna have to get at least a decent paying job so that you can live and not be uncomfortable. Because if not, you're gonna have to do whatever the government tells you to do. If the government is the one that's providing your food, you gotta eat when they tell you to eat what they tell you to eat. Y'all remember, I don't know how many of y'all, but how many of y'all stood in the food stamp line when I know I did. When I was growing up, we didn't, we went and used to get that little box of powdered milk and a big old block of cheese. And I don't know how many of y'all, but back then they were telling us what to do, where to do it, and where to be. Okay. And they trying to balance that out now by giving y'all the little EBT card and the whole nine. But that's great. You can eat where you want, but if you can't live where you want, you ain't really free. Okay. So I really want y'all to digest what I'm saying. And this ain't just for y'all that's watching. Tell your friends who don't watch, because still, even after I get off this, somebody's going to come to me and go, I'm being evicted. Can you help me find some real assistance? No. Okay. We got to do better. All right. So let me see what else I want to do, if I have anything else. I think I went through most of everything. I'm trying to think of what all went through and happened this week. I know I did not talk about IRS. Duh. Okay. And then I'm going to let y'all go, because I swear today seems like bad news day, but this is the truth. So you guys already know the IRS already has access into our accounts, bank accounts, cash apps, all of those types of payment things that we use. And I'm going to tell you, because I'm seeing it now before they even do the taxes next year. They haven't even sent us anything on that yet of when they're going to get in our cash apps and all, even though we know they're looking at it now. I'm looking at how IRS is going through everybody's tax return, and they are making adjustments, and they don't give you the option to say anything until after they make the adjustment, and then they send you a letter saying, this is the adjustment we made based off of 17 different reasons, and you don't know which reason is yours. And then they'll tell you, well, if you disagree, to call us by this time. If you don't, it stays. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of us are not paying enough taxes. And I'm going to tell you, it's not that hard to take off write-offs or whatever else you put in to show or to make it seem as if you made more money than you did. I'm seeing more and more of delayed tax refunds just because IRS, but you got to check your transcript to know. You got to check your transcript to see that they sent you a letter and they've made this adjustment, and you, being not a tax expert at all, also being a person that can't get in touch with anybody on the phone, they're making changes and then making you tell them if you agree or disagree. That's going to happen more and more. So once they start going into the cash apps and your bank accounts, now they got more income to play with. Now, of course, y'all gonna have y'all friends write off. Girl, I do hair in my house. Girl, I do Uber. Let me write this off. Let me write this off. IRS ain't playing that game. So I'm gonna keep saying this. Please be nice to your tax preparer, because they can try to do as much as they can, but they do not need to get themselves in a bind trying to help you, because now is the season. If you owe and you've been owing and you've been sliding, pay those folks something, okay? Pay them something so that you don't get caught up, because now they're going to fix your taxes for you and then give you the option to agree or disagree. And how many of y'all are going to disagree with IRS when you don't even understand taxes in the first place? So are y'all seeing that this is a way for them to get money from y'all on top of everything else? So they can't go after rich people like this, because rich people have accountants and lawyers and all kind of stuff to say, you're not taking this from us. But they'll come to all our houses and say, you made it's $5,000 here you didn't account for. Where that's at? Oh, and we just gonna put it on your taxes, and now you owe us this much. Okay, so please be mindful. You may have gotten over good this year. Okay, you may continue to get over. There are going to be a lot of you that are not. So please stop. If you have not and you need to adjust your W-4, please do so that you can not find yourself in a mess. All right. So somebody asked about the free stuff. So I'm about to give you this free stuff. Okay. Give me one thing. Hold on. So Monica says, my friend has been and is still being invoiced by Navient with an amount due monthly. Can they do that? Yeah, they can send you something, but you could tell them if she went to a school that she does not, that is on that borrower's defense list, she wants to do borrower's defense, she does not have to pay it. She should turn in that application, and that will have her application go into forbearance where she doesn't have to make any payments. So absolutely, Navient is going to do it. And Navient is not even around anymore, so I don't even know why they're invoicing her. It should be the new servicer, not Navient. They are gone. They no longer have a contract with the Department of Education. Okay? And you're welcome, Christopher. I will get the information to you. All right. Liz says, why is the IRS monitoring everybody's bank accounts? Because people have been lying, and the IRS is not receiving the amount of money they think they should have coming in as they're paying out. So because we have a quadrillion dollar debt in this country, unfortunately, we have to be the ones who get penalized and have to pay for the rich people that won't pay, and for our kids who don't work, and for the kids that are gonna come, that are coming and they don't work. Okay, so this is why I tell everybody, get a damn job, get a job, because I don't want to have to pay, and I don't want you guys to have to pay for everybody. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Remember, everybody can't be on Social Security. Everybody, we can't all just quit. So somebody has to work, because somebody has to keep this wheel going. All right. And since a lot of y'all are going to do that, they're going to be scrutinizing your bank accounts and your cash apps and your tax returns much more carefully, so that they can find every penny that they can to get from you to pay for this debt that we're in. And that's just facts. Okay. You're going to start seeing it in almost everything. That's why everything's just so high. It's just ridiculous. And thank y'all again for appreciating what I do. I appreciate that. Okay. Let me see. All right. So we're going to get to some free stuff, because I know we talked about all bad stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna bring out a couple things. All right. So again, y'all might want to just, I'm putting this at the end so that way if you need to rewind, you can. Okay. Armed Forces Vacation Club. Okay. So a lot of y'all are military. A lot of y'all are related to military. A lot of y'all have individuals who work for Department of Defense, DOD employees. If you have somebody like that in your family, you can use their timeshare rental. Okay. The website is Armed Forces Vacation Club. So it's AFV. So they didn't spell it out. They just did AFVclub.com. Right now, and this site has been up forever, but I use this site all the time when I travel. You could stay almost anywhere in the world for $50 a night. The minimum stay is 7 days. You do not have to stay 7 days, but you have to book for 7 days. So, for example, when I go to Vegas, I may go for 3 or 4 days, but I have a 7 day rental or condo. So, sometimes you can have your friends come and have them pay and stay in your condo when you check out. If not, stay there yourself, enjoy, but know that you are only paying with tax, it is $394. Okay, and you can't not beat that. They have a ton of them in Florida, so if y'all want to come here, come on down. Florida has probably the most availability, but they have them in every state and they have them in every country, and the price is the same. Okay, and that's AFV Club, Armed Forces Vacation Club. So that's not just for active duty, that's for reserves, that's for veterans, and that's for family members of individuals who are veterans. All you need is proof that they were in the military, and you can use that registration and go and stay. Okay, you welcome. I had a lot of people book in Vegas just under that cheap $394. Okay, and these are not no busted down condos. These are the regular condos that people stay in, fully furnished. You don't do nothing but bring your clothes. Okay, you can go to Egypt, you can go to Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, anywhere, same price. Okay, that's one. The next one I want y'all to go to is top of your head, top class actions. Okay, and that's actions with an S. This is the site that I go to keep up with the class action lawsuits. Now, y'all know they're going to forever in a day going to continue to have data breaches. They're going to always lose our information. Somebody always going to make something raggedy and janky. Y'all better believe I'm there once a week seeing what the new class action is. Now, if you're smart, just sign up and have it sent to your email, and it will tell you when there's a new one. I got people that come to me and be like, girl, I got my $2. Hey, it may not seem like a lot, but when y'all paying taxes on that can of soda or them potato chips, y'all ain't complaining about taxes. So if you don't mind giving away 38 cents, you should also not mind if you receive 38 cents. I don't care if it's a little bit, it's mine. So that's another one you can use. All right, so look, are y'all getting these down? Yes, top class action, Armed Forces Vacation Club. That's one where I go. Let me see. Y'all know I got wait, it was another one that was for the free. Hold on, I gotta get my notes. I want to make sure I have this right for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna send y'all the free RN training. Oh, school. I got two schools. You can go to University of the People. It sounds crazy. Okay, this is not University of Phoenix, but this is University of the People. Sounds janky, but it is a 100% free university. Now, y'all know I keep talking about this because I want y'all to go to school. Now, didn't I just say we need y'all to get a higher education so you can make more money? Well, this is one way to do it, and you don't even have to put out none of your own money. Okay, a lot of people was giving their opinions about the school and nationally accredited and regionally accredited, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as it's accredited and the Department of Education recognizes it, it is a real school to me. Okay, some of y'all ain't trying to be teachers no way, which is when it really matters. Okay, so University of the People gives you a 100% free tuition. You can also go if you're someone that does not have your diploma, high school diploma, that is. And this is a real school too. I may have to golly, I might have to write that one down for y'all because that one might be It is, oh gosh, don't worry, it's gonna come to me. Give me 1 second, because I got some bangers for y'all. But of course, I did not write it down because it's all on up here. So let me see. I got more. I got more. All right, let me see what y'all got. Okay, who received one? It says, okay, y'all know I do not like when I don't have my stuff. It just makes me and it's my Google list. So I do have a link list that I give out to y'all. And so on this link list, I do try to have stuff. Okay. Now this might not necessarily be free, but this is something I definitely want y'all to do, because remember we were talking about housing and people not wanting to give nobody no rental. Okay. One way to help yourselves, if you're one of those individuals that you got a record, you need to take advantage of the opportunity to remove your mugshot. It is free. All you have to do is write a letter to the company that is showing your mugshot, not the sheriff department. Now, if they the one who arrested you, they have the right to have it. But y'all know mugshots.com, jailbase.com, all of these places that just keep showing your mugshot over and over and over for everybody to see, and you don't want people in your business. It is a letter you can write. If y'all need it, y'all know to send me a message and I will send it to you. But you can ask them to remove your mugshot because it's against the law in a lot of states, and almost all of the 50 states. Okay. So when you hit me up, I'm going to ask you what state you're from so that you're not wasting your time. But you absolutely can have those taken off. Credit reports. And I'm going to be done after this because I got a whole bunch, but I don't want to give y'all all of them. Right now, all the bureaus are letting you check your credit every week for free. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You can go to annual credit report. Okay, and I know people just saying, well, that's annual, but actually they've made it weekly because it's so rampant with fraud that they just can't keep up. So you now can go and check your credit report each week so that you can actually see what's going on. Now, if you're somebody that's trying to clean your credit, that would be smart to do because you can clean it and see all three of your credit reports at the same time versus looking at Credit Karma where it's only two. All right. So definitely make sure that you jump on that. And all right. Y'all name something that y'all want to find out about that's free. And let me see if I have it because I'm going through my link list right now. I tried to go over the most important stuff, which was schooling and all of the good stuff. So let me see what y'all got, and then I'll let you know if I got more because I'm opening up the list. Okay. Send it to the mugshot remover. So out the way, Dino, send me a message. Don't send it on TikTok because I never check those. Send me a message to my actual email, and I will send you the letter. I'm telling y'all, they out here trying to mess y'all up, and I'm over trying to help y'all. Go ahead on and get those mugshots taken down because they do not need to know about your past history. Let them dig and find out information about you versus it being there for everybody to see. All right, and then last but not least, all right, so we did free college. I went over to free college. The high school diploma. That's what it's called. It's called Educators Inc. Okay, Educators Inc. educatorsinc.org. Now, normally a high school diploma through them is $600, but they will, and you can ask because they be trying to act like they don't remember. Just say, hey, y'all still offering the 50% off scholarship? Yes, they are. It is $300. Get you your high school diploma. Okay, they have made it a little bit more difficult now. Now it's 500 questions. It used to be 300 questions. But if you got a little high school student at home, going on and slide it on over to them and let's see what the school been teaching them. Okay, while you get your diploma at the same time. Okay, don't tell them I said that, but that's what y'all can do. Let's see. It says, what about driver's license reinstatement after suspension? Well, if you're in Florida, Florida's doing Operation Greenlight right now where you can go and get your driver's license back for a discounted price. But if you have your driver's license reinstated, and this is in any state, all you need to do is a hardship. You can call the DMV, ask your DMV, do they allow you to do a hardship based off of your suspension? I'm telling you, I don't have people who are habituals, okay? Double habituals, and still are able to get a hardship driver's license where they can at least drive back and forth to work. Now, you do have to take a class. They may ask for a little bit of money, but you still will get your driver's license back. So that's all you need to do is ask about that. Thank you, Educators Inc., the 50% off. You are exactly right. Missing money, missingmoney.com. Go there at least once every 3 months, or at least once, every 6 months. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised to find out how much money you done left on the table. Okay, so missingmoney.com is one of them where you can go and find out where your money at. Okay, I like to go there and find stuff for my friends because it's a good place to get some money. Let's see. And there are a lot of grants out, y'all. It's just a lot to put them out all the time. Okay, it really is. But there are grants out, and I want to find a way to get them out to y'all. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just need to forward them and email them to all of y'all that want it. But there are quite a bit of grants. Okay. If you're in school and you need help with classwork, and I promise this is going to be my last one because y'all know I'm not with cheating, but I am with creatively getting things done, okay? So you can go to Course Hero, Course, COURSE, Hero, HERO.com, all one word. Believe it or not, this website, now, it is $99 a year, but you can go for free, do your little free trial. It has every school on there, and students go on there and they share their homework. So you can go and actually find your school, find your classroom, and find your class, and even have the assignments already there. Now, another thing I like about Course Hero is if you can't figure it out, you can hire somebody right on there to write your paper, to do your homework. You can take a picture of it and they do it all. Okay. And it's usually very cheap. Very, very cheap. But I only had to do that once. But I do go to Course Hero if I got something to do and I can't figure out how to do so-and-so, especially when it was a math class. I would go right on there and find my math class and match it. Why? Because a lot of schools use the same curriculum. Okay, they just change it with the school name, but a lot of them use the same curriculum. So that is one way that you can do it. Okay. It says, hello, how do you get the free run training? What run training? I don't know what you mean when you say run. Okay. Let me see. I think that's all I got for right now. I do have more. I'm gonna be giving y'all some trade lines and stuff, but I'm gonna wait, and we probably do that like next week. Because I'm gonna hit y'all with too much stuff. But this is what I will do. I am a part of an executive group, and we get grants that a lot of people don't get information about. So I would tell y'all, if you're interested, I don't mind sending it to you. Please send me an email, okay? And I will just forward it, okay? You can apply for them all you want to. Oh, the RN training, that's in New York City. I will put a video up after that, okay? So that you can do it, because I want y'all to jump on that, especially if they're doing out of state. But I do what's via FEMA? What's via FEMA? Help me out, Lizbeth. It says, hey James. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean, Lizbeth, but what's via FEMA? Because FEMA does a lot of free training too. But that I wouldn't recommend y'all take that unless y'all getting ready to go on a nursing job. So send me an email. I'll send you the government grants. I'll send you the regular grants. You can go to Hello Alice. A lot of people have been doing the Hello Alice. I tell y'all to always sign up for that because they send out a lot of grants. I can't keep up with them. It's a lot. I'm not paying for grants. If y'all choose to want to pay to apply, that's your choice. I'm just not going to do it. Somebody asked about the funeral. See? Free funeral. Let me tell y'all, Salvation Army does funeral assistance, but FEMA does it first. FEMA does it for COVID. Salvation Army does it, period. So if you have someone that died and has nothing to do with COVID, you can go to Salvation Army. They usually do have funds set aside to help you out with funerals. The name of the class is called Course Hero. Course and Hero, all one word.com. You will find that they have pretty good stuff on there. Okay. That's why they are charging now, because a lot of people are starting to use the site to get homework done. Okay. Don't tell nobody I told y'all. All right. So if y'all don't have anything else, yes, Hello Alice for the free grants. And last but not least, go to Kiva, KIVA.org. Kiva, KIVA. Kiva is for grants, but it's crowdfunding. So if you're somebody that you can't get any grants, but you just know that you have a great idea and you want people to give their money to you, you can go to Kiva and they will do a small loan from people who give you the money, and they'll give you a small percentage, or 6% or something like that, and you pay that money back to Kiva, and Kiva disperses it to the individuals that loaned you the money. So if you are somebody that wants to do like a quick investment, you want to be able to see a little bit of your money, you could be one of those people that invest and get you some interest back on the money, or you can be the one that is borrowing. Okay, so those are a couple sites that y'all can go to that should get you started. Please, if you want those other grants, these are like Chick-fil-A, Bank of America, these are very high level grants, but if you want them, I have no problem giving them to you. Just send me an email. Okay, all right, so again, thank y'all for being here on Monday. I appreciate y'all sticking around, listening to what I got to say, because I'm like, why is anybody even listening to me? But thank you again. Again, if you need help with borrower's defense, if we do those, if you need help with credit, your taxes, you got questions, whatever it may be, please hit me up. I say I don't like being busy, but I swear I love it. I just hope that I can help somebody be able to have a wonderful testimony, a great story later that something has changed or has moved in their direction. Please focus on your money. I'm also going to put a picture of a budget I like y'all to write. I did mine over this weekend, and I loved it. It was very easy, and you can write this down on a piece of paper. Okay, it does not require any software. You just write it out, because we need to know where our money is going, folks, because if not, the IRS going to be telling you where to put it. Okay, if not, you're not going to be able to buy nothing, and I want you guys to own something one day. All right, so again, thank y'all, and I will see you guys next Monday. And again, follow me on YouTube if you haven't. Let me get my numbers up, please. Okay. People, I want to have a lot of views, even though I'm not talking about gossip. So follow me, and I guess I'll see y'all soon. Okay. See y'all next Monday. Bye. Have a good one. Bye. See y'all.